Hello everyone, welcome to TECHx Media. Today I'm joined by someone who has been in the tech industry for years now and holds a key leadership position at ASUS at such a young age. Today we will have a conversation with him and get to know about his perspective on global tech landscape as well as regional tech landscape. So let's welcome Mr. Mohit Bector. He is heading ASUS Commercial UAE and GCC region. Let's welcome Mr. Mohit Bector on TECHx Media.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Mr. Mohit, we see that the global economy has been shifted a lot lately because of the trade shifts, new tariffs. So how do you see tech companies shifting their strategies to keep up with all of this?
Well, that's absolutely right. The trade and tariff conversation, ever since it started with the last US elections, it has really disrupted the geopolitical and economic situation. And not only companies, but also nations have to be resilient. They need to have backup plans. When we talk about in terms of supply chain or in terms of regional dependency, etc. But when we talk about tech resilience, I think that is where AI comes in as well. Because through AI, through generative AI, now we are reaching to that point of critical thinking as well, where businesses can be more adept in terms of making fast decision in case if some decision like this is made. Where they need to make an alternate decision. So they are able to evaluate those options constantly. And if you really look at Gen AI adoption within organizations, within verticals, within nations as well, I think one thing is adopting or adapting as soon as something happens. Another thing is also trying to see trying to preempt what can happen. So I think from these perspective, as we see a lot of large enterprises as well as public sector companies, adopting AI workflows within their environment, I think they're going to be better equipped in terms of making faster decisions, on-the-go decisions, when some of these geopolitical decisions are made which are out of their control.
So, Mohit, if we see 2024, we can see was the year of AI experimenting, and 2025 we saw huge AI investments. How do you see companies competing with each other when it comes to investments?
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you look at some of the unheard numbers, that the kind of investment that is going into AI companies, AI startups even, we are seeing companies getting the evaluation of trillion or multi-trillion dollars backed by AI technology. We're looking at startups striving to reach up to $700 billion evaluations this year. I mean, these numbers are unheard of, but there's a reason all of this is happening. And I think globally, everybody has understood that AI is here and AI is truly making a difference. And it will continue to do so as long as you keep throwing more compute at it. And that is where the investment is going. One is compute, second is the energy ecosystem, right? Because it does require a lot of energy, and hopefully going forward, renewable energy sources to be able to power all these data centers. So I think this trend will continue. And this is the global thing that I'm talking about. If you look at regionally as well, there are more than 80% of companies who have this year increased their tech budget. And within those 81%, there are 73% companies that have taken a decision that Gen AI is one of the top 3 priorities among that tech investment. So it's very clear that people are seeing efficiencies and results, and that's why ROI from Gen AI and AI in general, the trend will only continue to go upwards. And we are lucky to be in this kind of a region where the startup ecosystem is very robust, where we are able to get funding if the idea is excellent as well. So I think we're in a very, very lucky phase and in a very lucky region to be at this time.
So building on my previous question, with all the tech investments and tech moving so fast, and recently UN has also has put a strong emphasis on AI regulations. Where do you think are the biggest risks lie, whether in security or operations or something else?
Well, that's absolutely a valid concern simply because in the last 3 to 5 years, Gen AI or AI in general has moved at a rapid pace. If you look at it, because especially when we are sitting in this region has world's second highest per cyber attack cost. What it means is every cyber attack incident in this region, the cost or the ransomware or the cost of getting back to normal operations is second highest in the world. Mm-hmm. I believe with Gen AI evolving so rapidly, that Gen AI driven cybersecurity threats is going to be one of the primary concerns that everybody has to take care of. Not only hackers or potential red teams using Gen AI to attack, to find new ways of attacking our infrastructure, but also red team attacks on our AI bots, which are within our businesses. So it works both ways, and we have to be wary of both of them. After this, I think it's very, very important to make sure that we are implementing and talking more about ethical AI, to make sure that we are removing any kind of cognitive bias from our data sets, from our results as well, because that's definitely going to be tempering a business reputation. And third, but very, very important part is the human element of it. One of the biggest challenges we see today is lack of skilled labor when it comes to AI. So I think training and development of our existing resources, as and when we are adopting AI into our workflows, is going to be very critical to be able to get the right ROI out of it.
So let's talk about the region. UAE is strongly positioning itself as a technology hub. What do you think makes this part of the world really exciting place for growth and innovation?
That's very, very true. Like I touched upon before as well, we are lucky to be in this region where the government or the leadership vision is very, very clear when it comes to technology and specifically AI. We had AI minister for I don't even remember how long. We were the first ones to have a proper designation. So it was a clear indication of the country's leadership that this is definitely some area that we want to diversify in and do so strongly. Now, when the government is moving at such a rapid pace and making bold announcements about their vision of UAE Vision 2031, AI Ambition 2031, etc., it also fosters a startup culture. As we stand today, we have got more than 1,100 AI startups in UAE itself. We've got innovation hubs built across Dubai, Abu Dhabi, etc., which are also fostering this kind of collaboration and collaborative development. So I think all of this really powers and puts UAE in a unique position to, right now we are, I believe, among the top 20 governments which are ready to power their operations with AI. Top 20 ranked in the world. I think it's only going to increase our rank further if we go along with this kind of solid leadership and clear vision and direction.
Mohit, with all the uncertainties globally and shifting trade relationships, how do you think businesses should stay resilient to move forward?
No, absolutely. Like I said, we are moving at a breakneck speed. And as I mentioned earlier as well, resilience is something that is going to come from your ability to adapt quickly. And that is where AI technology is going to empower you going forward as well. If we talk about this region specifically, we've done a tremendous job when it comes to diversifying our dependence on just oil-based economy. Right? We have got more than 50% of our GDP coming from SME sector. Now, SME, by the nature and size of their operations, are more resilient, are more agile to change as well. And I believe that is something that is going to hold us in good stead over here as well.
So Mohit, with all the AI and automation in place now, which are the skills that are required most, and how can organizations invest in those skills to keep their team stay ahead in the scenario?
Well, that's very, very true, because the technology itself is evolving so rapidly. If you look at some of the AI models of 1.5 years back, 1 year back, the newer versions, ChatGPT-5, for example, is leaps and bounds better than the previous version. So we also need to make sure that we are upskilling ourselves at a constant pace. In terms of some of the jobs that are going to become more and more important going forward, well, anything to do with data engineering, anything to do with AI and machine learning. You'll not have all the time enterprises buying AI products off the shelf. Many a times enterprises would like to take something off the shelf and then customize it to their operations, their way of working, their region that they're operating in, etc. So I believe those kind of AI development tools, these kind of jobs will also be in high demand going forward. AI-driven cybersecurity experts, that is something that is going to be that's going to pay top dollar also going forward. Now, what is happening is there is a lot of self-learning also happening at this stage. This year itself, within UAE, more than 350% growth of AI courses have been seen, right? And what happens with that is, because you're not necessarily going back to college, you're not going back to school to learn AI. So the 70-20-10 learning principle is in full effect right now, and it is necessary, which means 70% of your learning is happening on the job while you're practicing the skill. 20% is going to happen through mentorship and coaching and some sort of tuition sessions, and 10% is through some academic courses. So I believe this is something where we need to constantly upskill ourselves and not be afraid to ask questions, not be afraid to go to online courses and try to learn something from it, because this is really going to add value not only to ourselves as professionals, but also to our organization.
Wrapping up the interview, if you can give one advice to tech leaders about the responsible use of technology, what advice you would give?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody realizes or should realize that AI is here, and AI is here to stay. So I believe just having AI integrated into your workflows, into your operations, is not really going to give you a technical advantage or a competitive advantage. I believe brands and organizations that are going to adopt ethical AI and make sure that they are transmitting that message externally as well. What I mean by that is removing any cognitive bias, making sure the data privacy concerns are completely taken care of. I believe that trust and transparency can be the real competitive advantage going forward because everybody is going to be adopting AI.
Thank you so much, Mohit, for sharing these valuable insights. It was great talking to you, and now we look forward to meeting you at GITEX.
Thank you very much for having me. My pleasure. And see you soon in GITEX as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to TechX to know more about what is happening in the technology industry. Goodbye.